Hello, Capricorns. Welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing? My name is, oh, I can't talk this morning. My name is Patty, and I am an empath that is here to do your intuitive tarot. I call it divine intuitive because my messages are downloads. I ask to come from divine. Sometimes divine will send through anybody, like your relatives, your ancestors, angels, whoever wants to give me the wisdom. So that is why it's called that. I do also mix energies of astrology and numerology because I believe that it's really important to mix all energies because they are all one anyway. So it just gives us more clarification to what's going on. So for those of you that are also brand new, I'm going to pull 3 oracles. Now, if you don't know what an oracle is and you're brand new to tarot, it is basically cards that are sort of theme based. So we'll get a theme and then we'll do a spread and get a reading from that. So it's just a little bit theme based. Some people use oracles, some people don't. So we're going to definitely use oracles to see what the divine has for you. So this first oracle is going to be Divine's card, his message to you. I always say he, but divine is energy. And this is for you if you've been asking questions, what's going on in life, maybe you're on the fence about something, maybe you're going through a struggle, a challenge, you're just not clear. But I will say this is his card. However, if you are asking a question, the divine always gives you the answer when you ask it. You just have to have faith and believe in that, because whenever a question's asked, he gives the answer right with the question. Ooh, flying high already here. All right. Oh my goodness. I can't reach. And so, yeah, so let's see what he's got going here for you guys. So again, this is for the 28th through the 4th. This is pre-recorded, but if you are watching this before the 22nd at 11 a.m., which is Mercury retrograde is leaving, but if you're watching this before, again, the 22nd of June, or on the 22nd of June before 11 a.m., I'm doing a full moon reading. So take a moment, subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll be notified when I'm on. And you'll get the full moon. We're talking about the retrogrades. We're talking about what is going on between Saturn and Uranus and why that is important. So again, take a second to hit the subscribe and the bell, and you'll be notified when I'm on if you're watching this before 11 a.m. on the 22nd. All right, so here we go, guys. And this is pre-recorded because I'm on vacation. But you might see, and if you aren't subscribed, you might see me come on live from Disney World or Universal. So subscribe, hit that bell, and watch some fun, just bonus readings from energies in Florida. This will be a lot of fun, Okay, so let's get started. Divine's card is about letting go. Okay, so letting go is definitely letting the past things go, letting things just flow, letting him take the wheel, letting him, run your course for you so you don't struggle and work so hard. This is definitely a progress because it's the number 8 in numerology. This is something that he's wanting you to let go so that he can continue to move you forward in your energies where they're supposed to go, where your frequencies are supposed to go. You could be stuck. Sometimes we get stuck because we are still in the past or we can't let go of the past. So make sure that you are not holding on to baggage that should have been left at the last destination, because that last destination is done and gone. There's nothing you can do about it. That relationship, that job, that hurt, that pain, that trauma, it's time to release and let go. And if it takes healing to have that happen, getting some coaching or some counseling, definitely this is a time to do that, because he wants you to heal. Can't heal and move forward if you don't let go. In fact, I just put out a video. I probably will put the little thing at the top about who are you, and do you know who you are, and are you walking in the truth? So a lot of us have to let go in order to really know ourselves and walk in who we are. So this is something really, really important. So this is your card, the message that Divine is sharing with somebody out there. I'm not quite sure who, but, or many. So this is definitely the key card today, letting go. Current energies for the 28th through the 4th. Man, he knows how to work this. I'm telling you, I don't look at the cards prior. I just sort of glance at them, but I don't pay attention to what they are because I don't know what messages he's sending me. However, your current energies, guys, is the water fairy. Feelings and emotions. This is the number 10. How can he do that? I can't make this up. So feelings and emotions get in the way. Number 10, if you know numerology, is something is ending, something could be beginning. Fresh new beginnings, fresh new energies. But the 10 has to be released. Again, it has to be let go. Whatever this is has to be let go. So these new energies, new frequencies, new vibrations, very high vibrations and very positive towards your future vibrations can come in. So when we see the feelings and emotions card, also, it also means your feelings and emotions may keep you stuck. Thank you. So he's saying they keep you stuck and they get in the way because you're not controlling them. So this is a lot. We've heard this before with this water fairy, is that we want to be controlled by our feelings and our emotions. Well, I feel, I believe, well, I don't like, blah, 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 blah. This, you got to look at the facts, what the facts are, absolute truth. And then is it for our high vibration? Simple. Is it for our high vibration or is it for our low vibration? Which one is it? Very simple. And we don't act on an emotion or a feeling based on just what we want. That's human. But we go by what our spirit says. Do I need to fight about this? Do I need to talk about this? Do I need to even feel or have an emotion about this? That is the questions you should be asking this week. Because if you haven't watched the full moon video yet, and or gone to the live, we are talking about this very, very thing, that you really have Saturn and Uranus. You've got the positive, the negative, the yin and the yang. What are we going to fight about? Where are we going to get intense? Is it worth getting intense over? This is where it is this week for you guys. And the whole thing, oh my gosh, the planets are so freaking right on. I am just got goosebumps. I'm so excited because your future card, which if you, whoo, my voice changed. If you know my readings, that I talk about the future card as being the planets of what's going on, the astrology part. This is the Swan. This is huge in June and the 1st of July. This is huge, guys. I can't make this up. These two, you've got to really pay attention to this reading this time because these are so right on. The Swan is about transformation and putting trust in your psychic gifts. If you don't call it psychic, you call it intuition if you want, because not everybody feels they have psychic gifts. We all have abilities of the supernatural gifts, but we don't believe in them, so they stay squished. And I teach that, and I've been there. I've done that. I know people. I'm helping them with their abilities to come forward and allow them to come out again. Some of them have squashed them out of fear. This here is a transformation, not only in that, but it's also with the planets going to be a sort of fight against control versus truth, untruth versus truth. This is a complete transformation. Are your feelings truth or are they untruth? A lot of the times they're untruth because you're going by this thing here and not what your spirit, your soul, and what the second dimension is telling you through your intuition and your hearing. All right. Huge transformation week. It's either going to happen. Some of you are going to let it happen and begin that transformation. Every time a feeling comes in, am I going to let this feeling control me or am I going to control it? Do I really need to express this? Do I need not to? Do I really need to act on this? Do I need not to? These are things that you're going to be asking yourself this week because this is about a transformation happening with you guys. All right. Oh, and I did forget, if you're already watching, if there's not a love reading in here, then I will do love at the very end. All right. love and relationships. I've been getting a lot of love into the readings lately. So I haven't had, I think I had 2 signs or 3 signs where I didn't have to do a love reading at the end. So, but I don't think this is going to be a love reading because this is a process. All right. So let's see what the divine else has to say. All right. And by the way, you guys, if I am on vacation, if I haven't said already, there is going to be some bonus readings live. I am not going to post a thumbnail. I am just going to pop on from Universal Studios or Disney World. Not sure where, but we'll see when I get there. We're flying on the full moon. That's why I did the reading for the full moon on the 22nd rather than the 24th. I usually, for those that are brand new, I do the full moon readings on the full moon. I like to keep these energies. I'm just making my table so dirty. 2, 4, 6. Time to get out some bleach or something to whiten those spots. Okay. So hopefully everybody's doing good, getting ready for the 4th of July, those that are in the United States. That's our Independence Day for those of you around the world. That is a really huge day for us when we became independent of Britain. And everybody likes fireworks. So I think that's a party, eat, drink, and have fireworks. Great times, great times. All right. Woo! 1, 3, 6, 7. Perfect. Okay, so for somebody in the past, things have sort of moved along pretty well with, things about your heart. However, something has happened with that in the past that you wanted it to move faster, but sometimes, patience gets in the way. We got to be more patient. There's been things that have sort of moved a little bit too fast, made you feel uncomfortable. Also, too, that fear was there, definitely to move forward in that love. I mean, it seems like you had not a bad past, but the fear of love for some other reason is there. Because we have the letting go card, and this is about the Knight of Cups. Okay? So cups are always about your heart, your desires of the heart, what you feel, okay? What you feel, okay? So that means that somebody has also, too, been running their life with feelings and emotions, letting them run wild. And you're not taking control of them. So a lot of you is actually hidden. Boy, this video is Who Are You would be a really good one for whoever this person is because they've been hiding themselves. This is your current energy card, the moon. So you've been hiding yourself and you're actually maybe keeping things hidden from others and not being your real self. Maybe faking it until you make it kind of a thing. So you got to be really, really careful with that. Because you're not being your true self. So in essence, you're lying to yourself and you're lying to other people. And what I mean by that is that, for example, hypothetically, if you go to work and you're one person, say you're quiet, but you're really a bubbly person, then you go home to your friends and you're all over the place, you're bubbly and all that kind of stuff. And then you go out with another different group of friends and you're very reserved and quiet. You're being a different person each time. You put a different hat on each time. You got to learn to be the one hat of who you are. Yes, you have manners and politeness and things of that nature. That's not a different hat. That's just how you respect others. What I mean by a different hat is being 2 different people. It's almost like having, several people in your head there, and then you act of who you are. It is acting, basically. I used to take drama. I love drama. I used to love to act in high school and stuff. But anyway, so this is definitely something that needs to come forward in your feelings and emotions, letting go of that multi-person, whoever you are, with different groups and become one person, just one person. All right. And let those feelings get in control. Okay. So we're going to look at your future a little bit because we do have the future card of 3 of Wands, and then we have the King of Cups. Okay, so for your strengths in here is that you have these different ways of thinking and maybe being that you can get through these little storms, little kerfuffles, and stay calm through them because you don't like confrontation and you don't like to act on that. So you just sort of stay back. And that protects you from maybe allowing those feelings and emotions to come out when they're not supposed to, or saying things that you shouldn't say. So somebody is sort of reserved in not liking confrontations. That keeps the peace of things. And you pretty much have done that, and you're hoping to do that in your future life as well. This is a really good thing. However, you've got to stand up for yourself. You got to stand up for who you really, really are. So, and go by the facts, not by the feelings and emotions, because that's going to create a whole different transformation for you. Okay. So whoever is, doesn't like confrontation so much, don't let people walk all over you. Stand up for what you believe in. But you're like, well, but Patty, you just said, don't let my feelings and emotions control me. No, you can actually get into a confrontation and be very articulate and keep your voice low and not allow your feelings to come in. You got to train yourself. That's some of the coaching that I do in Life Balance about communication. So that is something that you can train yourself to do. It's very important because the more that somebody blows up in a conversation, the more that nobody will listen. So it's okay to have confrontation. It's okay to debate. There is no need on this green earth, a blue ball, whatever you want to call it, to fight. Because we all have different opinions. We all get offensive about different things. However, it's knowing that your perspective, that perspective is not the same, and it just is, then neither one is right or wrong. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But somebody really doesn't like confrontation. Definitely. A lot of wands here. Again, this is a lot about communication. Okay. Very articulate. You really know how to speak. I want to say this person could have been on the debate team, could have studied speech, or could be studying speech. This person could be of a higher level, kind of a thing, in politician. I'm not saying that you're a politician. A lot of the people in my age groups are not even up to that point, but you might be studying that, studying something with speech to try to remove burdens off of whatever it is. This could be even a counselor, a mentor, somebody of that nature. You're very good at being articulate. This is a time to transfer that articulateness. Okay, thank you. He says, somebody is just angry out here too. Please discuss the feelings of anger and emotions. And I started to, and what it is with anger is once we get to a high enough voice level, when you start raising your voice, then actually your brain chemistry begins to shut down. Especially in males. Your brain, as soon as that level of tone goes up to a certain decibel, their brain literally, chemically, and physically begins to shut down. And that's why when I teach coaching, if you raise your voice, you're not going to be heard once at all. So screaming at your partner, yelling at your partner is not being articulate. It's not releasing the burden of anything. You're actually creating more because nobody listens to you. I was laughing last night because I do watch this silly show called 90 Day Fiancé, and this girl, Angela, who's lost a lot of weight, she is a screamer. Oh my goodness. The poor dude couldn't even, she gets on the phone and she just begins yelling. And the poor dude on the other side is just sitting there, because he knows that she's just going to keep yelling. And even when he gets a chance to speak, she starts yelling again. Very, very wasteful conversation, waste of energy, anger, stress, all this kind of stuff grows. Definitely keep it down. And this is a transformation. If you need help with communication skills, there is a free video on my channel, or Get Balanced 2020, Effective Communication. Please watch it. It's a good start. And there's so many free things out there. But if you want coaching, please go down and email me and we'll talk about it. All right. Really, really hard one for me to swallow is your challenge card today, or the things that you're wanting to avoid, is that we have the Hierophant. So this is really a challenge card because there's two things going on here. We got people or viewers, or we have Capricorns. I'm at a loss for words here. I got a couple downloads coming in that do believe in the Hierophant, the higher power, the second dimension, supernatural. If you don't believe in it, I bet you I'm going to ask a question. How many of you guys watch paranormal or watch weird shows with aliens, watch all that kind of stuff? Because if you do, then you do believe in the second dimension. You just got to figure out who your higher power is. Okay? For some of you, believe in it. However, you're not having faith and trusting in it enough because this is the challenge card. So you really have to have faith in the process of letting go, that it is going to work. Things are going to get better. Things are going to heal, because this is about a transformation. Now, with the Hierophant and the astrology card for the future, this is really, really important, because this transformation is about your intuition. That your intuition may be growing, and if somebody's paying attention, they're going to see that things are happening, and they're like, oh, that's coincidence. Oh, that's coincidence. It is not a coincidence, guys. This is your challenge card. Pay attention to the challenge of listening to that second dimension. Maybe you heard something, or maybe you think, oh, that was just a thought that all of a sudden popped in, and you have no clue where that thought came from. Or you hear a voice, or you see something that's like, did I see something? Nah. Some of those, you might have awakenings opening up, because Saturn and Uranus is about, it's sort of like conflicting, but there's also intense energies that are beginning to explode. They're actually just like a huge leap. So really pay attention to that. All right. So let's get going and see what else we got. You know what? The way that I'm doing this, I can't even see. I should have had a timer on. All right. So as you know, most of you guys, I don't usually record because I'm live. I like the lives. I like the energies. I like to, if somebody needs help right away or has a question right away, I like to answer it. So I'm not used to recording. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I got two downloads coming in. Oh, we got her again. Okay. So this is, again, all about wands. This is all about your communication. This is all about you talking to yourself as well. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's like talking to yourself as well. Everybody talks to themselves, and it's like, yeah, do you answer yourself? Because then you're nuts. No, not really, because you really got to figure things out and analyze things, right? Right. Boy, there's a lot of fear here, guys. Somebody has fear to love. Somebody has fear to move forward. Just to move forward. Somebody's got fear of confrontations. Somebody's angry. Wow. Anger is fear, by the way. A lot of fear here. What's the numbers that we have? We got some 10s going on. We got 5s, 1s, and 3s. Wow, we got 1, 2, 5s, a 3, 10s, 2 10s. Yeah. So this is going to be a new energy for somebody. This is going to be really hard. So we have we got the Ace of Wands, and then we have the 5 of Pentacles. So with this is something coming to you to open up, something new to open up in how to be more articulate. This is when you look at the wands, we look at the wands as a desire of our soul, our spirit. This is for our soul and our spirit. So this is what your spirit's saying. I need you to open up a little bit. I need you to release and let go so that I can come out and be flourished. but somebody's really afraid, definitely afraid of being alone or being left out or left behind. I feel like somebody's saying, yeah, but they're going to leave me behind. We go through life leaving people behind because we have gone through that season and we're done with it. We got the number 10 here. This is a number 5. It's very uncomfortable. It's not a real stable feeling when we begin to move on and transition and have to leave some people behind. It doesn't mean that you don't love them any less. It doesn't mean that you don't care about them, but it's time to move on and grow yourself, because they'll hold you back because they don't want to move forward. They'll hold you back. Been there, done that. When I was doing my bodybuilding and writing my book, I had to leave a lot of friends behind. If they wanted to come along, then I was getting healthy. They wanted to stay in their toxic ways. I didn't. So I had to just sort of release. And when I wrote my book, I sort of put that in there. But the thing is, we have to begin to move on our season. Somebody's fearful to do that. Don't worry, you're not going to be left. Because when you leave somebody behind, and I'm not saying leave them like, bye-bye, gone. It's like, no, it's just like, we're friends. I did this with a girlfriend. We both love each other very much, but we got to a point where she was growing to want to live in another country, and life was pulling her that way, and my life was pulling me this way, and we didn't want to get ugly and start fighting about, because walking in truth is really hard. So sometimes we think that we're walking in truth, absolute truth, and we're not. So we had to say, you know what, I love you, but, I will always love you, but we need to separate and go our ways. Not a problem. Now, if she comes back into my life and says hello and you want to have lunch, of course. However, I am moving this way, she's moving this way, and that's life. Again, we have the Queen. The Queen of Wands. Very, very much about talking about getting your moving forward, being ambitious to move forward, get out and try to see different things, try different things, see what feels good, what brings your high vibrations up, that kind of a thing. Because, somebody's just afraid to leave things behind, or, things are not what as it seems. You know what? They're not as it seems because somebody's not walking in absolute truth. Got to walk in absolute truth. And then this card goes away. This card goes away. And then you begin to have transformation. I'm excited for somebody. Somebody's going to take this by the horns and really start thinking about their future, because this is about your future. This is about growing. This is about a new season for somebody. This is definitely a new season. One season is ending. This is a beautiful thing. They're going to get control of their feelings and of who they are. They're going to walk in their authentic self. They're going to actually believe in a higher power of the supernatural, because they're starting to feel their intuition and follow their intuition. And then they're also beginning to lead in a different way. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. It's very beautiful, because you've got a couple things hidden here, but they're going to come to light, because with Saturn and Uranus, you're going to be really surprised. We have control versus truth. So this is going to come to light. Don't forget about the full moon reading. Make sure that you watch that. All right. So there was no love really in this relationship, in this reading. So I'm going to do love and relationships for you. And then definitely, yes, definitely. What a beautiful card, because I definitely can see this with the planets. It's very intense. Oh yeah, this is definitely what the planets are saying. Definitely. Definitely. So what we have here is Gaia's garden. If I pronounced that right, I apologize if I didn't. And it's about fruition, abundance, and reaping what you sow. This is so true, because in a relationship, if you're in a relationship, we're always in a relationship, whether it's our families, our friends, lovers, husband, wife, whatever. we are in a relationship, and how you yourself can actually pick a point or pick a time where one begins to argue. And then what happens? Then the other person begins to argue. So when you begin to argue, you're reaping what you sow because you're getting back the same energy. That's why I say you should never, ever fight. You don't have to. That's a communication problem. So you should not have to fight. And it teaches you in communication, if you're with partners, it's best to get coaching together, because then you get both on the same plane. Because if somebody's on one level and another one's on another level, they can come together if you do it separately. However, it's a lot more work. A lot more work. However, this is what you sow. So if you begin to, here's a hypothetical for you guys. Maybe the lady's at home, the guy comes home, and she's had a rough day and she starts nagging and complaining. All she's doing is wanting to let out what went through her day. And all he wants to do is go in a cave for an hour so that he can defrag. But that's the difference in the minds and the brains of each other, right? This is where you reap what you sow. The guy comes through the door. The woman should say, honey, when you have 10 minutes, can I just share my day? Because I just need to get it out. Just need 10 minutes whenever you have time. And then that gives him time to go defrag, come back and say, so what was going on with your day? Because when you communicate at each other at the wrong time in the wrong ways, that's what creates communication issues. And that's where people go wrong in their divorces and things like that, because it's all communication. All communication. And people say, oh, I just fell out of love. No, you didn't. You just chose to fall out of love. It's a choice. Love is a choice. You either choose to love or you don't. You choose to fall in love or you don't. You choose to stay in love or you don't. It's a choice, guys. It's a choice. So your dreams need a practical plan. Okay? Practical plan is reaping what you sow. So you have to have a practical plan. You have to have goals in your relationship, in your love relationship, or in just a relationship with your friends or whatever. What's your practical plan? It's not saying, okay, next year we're going to take a trip around the world when you don't have any savings, any money, and you're like, okay, well, how are we going to do that? That's not practical. Practical is within your means, within your potential, within everything that you can do. So maybe it's like, oh, hey, honey, how about if we plan to go to, Hawaii next year? I think we can do that within our budget. That's practical. Okay. So I always pick travel because I'm a travel agent. So I'm sorry about that. But it's something that you think of together that's practical, because this is about fruition and abundance. And the thing is, when you do plan practical, this does bring abundance. And it may not be abundance in something material for you 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever. I just say 2 because I'm monogamous and heterosexual. That's just me. But whatever you do is your thing, and that is just fine. So, but the thing is that it's to bring abundance, to bring the bond closer, to bring the love closer. It's about lifting the vibrations, lifting the joy of each other, to have that practical plan so you can bring things into fruition. This is not a time to be a dreamer. This is a time to plan, because I'm going to tell you with the planets, if you watch the full moon reading, I'm not going to go into it because I want you guys to watch it. But the thing is that the planets are all about now forward movement and really catapulting energies forward quickly. All right. So really plan together what you want to do to bring abundance. And that could be emotional. That could be maybe even letting go of something so that you can move forward in a different avenue. Say maybe if you want to buy a house and you're in an apartment, and so okay, you got to sacrifice some things to buy this house. So you let go of some things for right now, so you don't have to have immediate gratification. You look at that, and it's sort of like in chemical dependency, we look at that a lot. But anyway, when I did that. So this is about a transformation to grow in love and light and a lot higher vibration. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think you guys, because this is also the number 9. This is intense. This is the planets, literally. This is intensity. Planets are going to be jumping. Work on this. This is a perfect time to make some plans, some goals that are going to bring you guys together with more bonding and love. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, Capricorns, this has been your reading for the 28th through the 4th of July. I hope you guys have a great, great week. Don't forget, I have a new video out there called Who Are You? And I put that in there in the little things on the top so that you can just click on that and go there. But I hope you guys have a great week, and we will see you back on the 5th. Take care. Have a great 4th of July.